video is quite contrary to my last one where I was making ice cream in the middle of winter. Today is one of those days where you just want to curl up with a big warm sweater and a cup of tea and maybe a nice stew for dinner. So we're going to make some lentil curry. It is 10 degrees Fahrenheit in Chicago today, so a bowl of something that's both hot and a little spicy is just what's called for. Most winters, my husband and I love to go on vacation somewhere warm, and 5 years ago, I can't believe it was 5 years ago, we were in Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia for over a month, and that's where I developed my love of green curry. So you can check out my very favorite green curry up in the corner. I'm going to switch to a red curry today though. A couple of things to note. When you're looking for a curry paste, flip over the back of the package and see if you can find one from Thailand or another Asian country. They pack that punch that you really want, and American brands still don't quite do it. The lentils in this recipe are a great source of fiber and protein for vegetarians. The coconut milk must be full fat. That's where you get that rich, decadent flavor. Don't skimp and go light on this one. But otherwise, it's a super simple dish that, like most stews, just gets better the longer it cooks. Using a 1-to-3 ratio, pour 1 cup of lentils to 3 cups of low sodium vegetable broth into a big pot. With the lid ajar, let them simmer on a very low heat until they are plump and have absorbed all the liquid. Remove from the heat until ready to use. Over a medium flame with about a tablespoon of olive or coconut oil, we'll saute half of a diced medium red onion. Add a pinch of salt to draw out the moisture, and we'll just let these cook for about 5 minutes just to soften them up. And then comes the spicy part. I'm adding the red curry and a generous sprinkle of sugar. So spice is a subjective thing, right? I recommend 1 tablespoon of curry paste per 2 people that you'll be serving, if you're using the authentic imported brand. If you are using one of the American ones, sometimes they come in those little jars, don't be surprised if you have to even double what's in this recipe. At times, I've even used the whole jar in one recipe. So once the onions are coated in the curry paste, and you can definitely smell it's becoming much more fragrant, we're gonna add a full 6-ounce can of tomato paste and a 14-ounce can of coconut milk. Here's where you want to make sure that your heat is on super low as you stir it, because you don't want that fat in the coconut milk to break. So we just stir this together for a couple of minutes until it becomes a nice thick sauce. Add in your cooked lentils, and then here's where you can play with your seasonings a bit. I like a little bit of acidity, so I'm adding just a touch of lemon juice. And then some spices. I like to go a little heavy on the garlic powder, a dash of turmeric. This is all to taste. And then just a touch of ginger. I never go too heavy on the ginger because it can get really strong really fast. And then you just give it one last stir, and it's either ready to eat in about 5 minutes, or you can cover it and let it do its thing until you're ready to eat it at dinner time. And of course the taste test. I'm already feeling warm and cozy. It's got that spice, but that full fat coconut milk is what really gives it that richness. And you can serve this with any number of things. White rice or brown rice. I like to use farro because I'm Italian, but it's kind of like brown rice but a little more buttery. You could serve it with quinoa or even some pita or naan bread, or just eat a big old bowl. Cheers, stay warm.